What's up, guys? I haven't recorded in a long time, but today, instead of putting on my status about the market, which I have, I'm putting a much longer video about the current state of the tariff war, trade war. So, um, as of today, the S&P 500 was up. Um, I think ended off 9.5% up. So I sold. I had put in some money on Tuesday, and today I sold it at a 8% profit. I don't trust Trump not to. It's not Trump himself wavering, but with the different negotiations going on, if something terrible happens or trade or negotiations stall, um, the market might tank again. Also, as I'm going to explain, I don't think that the markets at this in the current understanding of Trump policy, I don't think the markets can recover in 6 months to where they were. I mean, in in and of this policy itself, yes, there might be more growth in the economy, but as of trade terms, I don't think the market um, feels good about the way Trump's policy is. And to explain, so Peter Navarro and Elon Musk were having a fight on Twitter online, X, about whether deficits in and of themselves. I mean, they didn't explain this so much, but whether deficits in and of themselves are bad. So Elon Musk was saying, just negotiate, get zero tariffs, both sides, bilateral agreements, um, take away the trade barriers, non-tariff trade barriers, and you'll be fine, which I agree with, which I think Scott Bessent also agrees with, but Peter Navarro, and Howard Lutnick, and J.D. Vance is also a isolationist. Um, they were all saying, no, this is permanent. I mean, you've been hearing the different opinions from different positions, from different administration positions, people, and it's confusing. Like, is Trump switching, or do they not know what to say? Not know what to say, or are they arguing? Like, and it's not. It is out in the open. Like, if you understand what's going on, but if you don't know the full extent, if you don't understand the full context, you're not gonna know between this word or that word what the different stances are within the administration. So I think that Trump doesn't know for himself, but he likes to surround himself with smart people, and he thinks that J.D. Vance is smart. Peter Navarro is. I mean, I don't think all of them are basically Harvard graduates, but I think the conservatives that Trump surrounds himself with tend to be um, isolationists. I don't know why the word is hard to say, and why? Because of this sort of Republican idea that the middle class or the working blue collar American industry has been hollowed out and sent to China. Now, I'm not going to get into all of that, whether it's right or wrong or what factors were at play. Just to keep it simple, with changing with the world economy, the different countries are different comparative advantage, which whether it's natural resources, different labor standards, different regulations, and so on and so forth. It's not just they're not other countries. It's not just a matter of ripping us off. Yes, we did get ripped off, but not to the extent. Even if it was everything was even playing field in terms of tariffs, and in terms of scientific standards of like agricultural goods, we still would have a less people working in factories. It's just the way of the world, because we have higher labor standards. We have unions. We have robots. It's all a mixed bag. Most of it is actually good for the economy as a whole. So that's why the deficits in and of themselves aren't a bad thing, in my opinion, and most economists' opinions, except for the ones who work with Trump. So that's why I think that Trump actually meant to do this, meant to do what he did until today. Today, what happened was, I don't think Trump was playing 4D chess with the strategy of. I don't think Trump was doing the strategy. He meant to push everyone over the brink to see which countries would negotiate, which ones would retaliate, in order to say today that there's a 90-day pause on the countries that did not retaliate. I don't think so. Even if he did have that strategy, that still doesn't mean that he doesn't that still doesn't mean that he agrees with a completely free trade regime. He could still have had that 40 strategy, which I don't think he did. He could still have had that and have held by the Peter Navarro, Howard Lutnick, J.D. Vance model of isolationism. So I don't like where this is going. It's very, very good that we're going to get new deals with Japan and EU and all these other countries to hopefully lower trade barriers. I mean, EU is not going to, even if we have these tariffs, the EU is going to be hard pressed about letting in American agricultural products that don't pass muster because of GMO and dyes and all the other garbage that we eat in McDonald's. They're not going to import McDonald's garbage. Americans know that a lot of the American food is not good for you, and we're not surprised, right? I don't know every single product or how it works or what the barriers are and whether they are justified or not. Doesn't matter. The point is, they'll figure that out. But I don't. The reason why it doesn't matter is because even if they do figure it out, which ones are good, which ones are not good, and compromise and so on, it doesn't seem that that's what Trump wants to do. So I'm not nervous about it as long as they can make these deals and we're better off and we're overall better off. I just don't think I don't trust Trump to go even keel at this point from the way he treated America. Yeah, if Trump meant to do this the whole time, he couldn't have expected he can't say he expected America to keep it cool and the stock market not to sell off. Because then if nobody actually believed him, then it wouldn't have worked. It's the catch-22. So yeah, I don't in the near term, whether the market's going to tank or climb based off of tariff policy. I mean, so far today it went up, and they're probably not. It's not going to be newsworthy each and every deal that happens because no, it's already like nobody, unless you're actually involved in it, nobody cares about the details. People just care about stock market moved up, down, crazy. It was crazy. Oh my gosh, the market did this. All these details that I'm talking about, most people don't actually care about because so it's not going to be on the news. These further, I mean, it will affect the market, but it's not going to be because it's not newsworthy. I don't think it's going to be reported as much, so it's going to be hard to follow. So even the market might be sort of misled. They might fall behind what the news is. On a sort of different issue of like even yesterday when the market was at its lowest, right? I don't think the PE ratio, the Schiller index, right? If you know what that is, it was still at 27. It wasn't at 17. This whole debacle with the tariff trade war does not have anything to do with the market being overpriced. That didn't fix that. I would just say that for the short term, if the market sinks, if you want to put in money for 10 years from now, yesterday past week was a great time because it was at a discount from its overpriced. It wasn't actually priced fairly, but it was at a discount from its high. So now is not to end up today, tomorrow, it's less of a discount, but for the short term, do not play with this.